So I know a lot of you guys need to hear this video, and that's because a lot of you do not know where to go next, the next step is that you're going to take, where you're even going to start. And I just want to make this video so you guys kind of can relate to it, because I know a lot of you guys maybe are starting with absolutely nothing. Maybe you don't have any family members. Maybe you don't have any sort of money from your family. You don't have that daddy's money. You don't have that inheritance money. So maybe you're coming from a really poor background. So I really want to make a video and where you guys feel like you're just having a convo with me and you guys are just getting some advice from me, and no crazy like editing and all this fancy stuff. So I just wanted to make like a one-to-one video, so it just feels like you're talking to a friend. And I feel like a lot of you guys will relate to me because, as you might know, I don't come from a wealthy background. I don't have any daddy's money, so I feel like a lot of you guys can relate. And maybe there's a few guys watching where your family's doing very well and your family are able to provide certain things for you that maybe most people don't get. And on those people, good on you. So you should be farther and farther ahead of most people, and hopefully you guys will be farther ahead than most people. And you can still always take my advice, because I feel like it just goes out to everyone. But the main advice that I kind of want to get started on today is, if I was to go back to zero, and how I would get back to a 10K month with trading. So as a trader, how I would get back to that main goal of 10K a month, and the fastest way possible, learning the most of the things I've learned. I'm still learning along the way, but from everything that I've learned, I'm going to give you the best guide that I would say, in my opinion, is going to get you the fastest to that goal. So first, a little background check with myself, so you guys know a little bit more, because you guys might be new, you guys might be have maybe been watching me for quite a while now, but so a little background check about myself. So like I said before, I don't come from any daddy's money. I don't come from any inheritance money. I don't come from rich families. Actually, my families are just hardworking people. Most of my families actually back home are farmers, so they just farmed the whole life. My parents, they were always working in hard labor jobs since I was a little kid. So I always kind of seen that work, and they've been through a lot of hardship. And I would say I've probably been through a little bit of hardship. I'm not saying I've had it off like better than most people, but yeah, I've probably been through a little bit of hardship as well. But definitely my parents have felt it more, and I feel like having people like that around me has kind of aged me a little bit quicker in maturity wise, so I can at least appreciate things a little bit better. I feel like I can appreciate things like a lot better, actually. And it's kind of showed me that you do always need to have hard work. Nothing just happens overnight. So hopefully you guys can relate with me on that sense, that I didn't come from anywhere special. Maybe you guys are coming from a background where you have no parents. Maybe you guys have no money. Maybe your parents were just working class people. Maybe your parents are rich. So hopefully you guys can all relate to me as somebody who didn't grow up with the most expensive and luxurious life, but alhamdulillah, I had an amazing life, in the sense of my parents were always providing food for me. They always provided me with shelter, and it's always been, I can appreciate the little things, and it's always good. But I definitely would say that most of you guys are probably going to relate to me with certain aspects. So the first thing I want to get to with this start is that the first thing that you need to become a good trader, if you're starting from absolute zero, and let's say you're not getting any help from anyone, is you need to get some source of money, in the sense of you need to get some funds. And the way I would do that is either if you have a side hustle or you have a job. So a 9 to 5 job is normal. So you're working somewhere, doesn't matter. You want to work at Domino's, you want to work at, I don't know, a corner shop, you want to work at Tesco, you can do anything, car wash, whatever. You're doing a 9 to 5, yeah, that's just making you enough money. And the reason I'm saying this is because when it comes to trading, if you are relying on trading to pay all your bills, pay all your rent money, pay everything, you're going to put all that extra pressure on you for no reason, which is not needed at all in trading. The last thing you want on trading is to have pressure on you. Like maybe you guys might perform better under pressure, but for me, having that pressure is like, I need to make this money, or like I won't eat. So like it's much better not to have any pressure on you at all, and you're actually living a much more comfortable life while you're trading. So the first step I would say is go get that job. Don't be scared to work. Like I feel like this there's been this whole, I don't know, stigma around working nowadays. Like everybody wants to have a business, everybody wants to have a side hustle, everybody wants to become a trader, everyone wants to start doing something, you know. And it's like as if working a normal job at the beginning, working hard, actually putting in some labor hours is bad. Actually, I think having a job and having a 9 to 5 where you're going there day in, day out, and you're constantly just putting in work, I feel like that'll actually teach you a lot about yourself and a lot about discipline and a lot about your character, and it'll just develop you a little bit. It might drive you crazy, it might make you a better person, I don't know, but I think everybody needs to go through a little phase of you need to work and you need to put some work in. Nothing will come overnight. So I definitely say get something going. So maybe it's a side hustle that you've already been doing and you've been seeing consistent money from it. Fair enough. Might not be the most money, but you've been seeing enough money to maybe cover your rent, maybe cover some bills. So that's perfect. Okay. And then if you have a 9 to 5 and you're just covering your bills with it, that's fine. So that's the starting point where we need, because like I said, I didn't come from somebody just handing me money and I just started growing my trading. From there, it's like I had to work day in and day out. I was having like parts of my life where I was going college and I was finishing, so I would go from the morning, and because I was playing basketball, so I was playing sports in college, so we were there early, so sometimes we'd show up there 5-6 in the morning. We'd be doing the first workout by ourselves with no coach. Then the actual workout would come along, and then it would just be a long day where we have maybe 2 or 3 workouts a day, while also doing college work. And in that sense, like I would finish maybe around, let's say 4 or 5 p.m. And then from 4 and 5 p.m. I used to work in a garage, so I used to be doing body spraying on cars. So I used to be doing body work. So I used to be fixing the cars, start to finish, spraying them, whatever. So I used to be starting at 6. And sometimes I used to be in the garage all the way until like 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m. in the morning, yeah, just trying to make some money so I could pay for my flat. I could pay for my food, and this is what the time where I was starting to trade as well, so I could actually try to maybe pay some for education and trading, and I'll get onto that next. But I was living that life in the sense of I was putting in some work. And I feel like everybody needs to go through it. It will develop you a little bit. Of course, it's a little bit hard the way I'm making it sound. Like, I'm not wanting you to go out there and just do the most. Like, you have no hours to do anything. And it was a hard part of my life. Like, I was points where I had no money at all. I was actually struggling. Like, me and one of my boys, the guy that you're gonna see, that's the other mentor on MV Academy, Dave. That's me and him used to sit there in my flat, and we used to just be wondering like, how are we just gonna make it? Like, we were at a point in life where like it was so low and I did not know what to do, and I was just like, we need to figure out something, we need to make it some way. And we were literally sitting there, and I'm telling you, like, we only had a few pound in our bank account, and it was one of those days where you're kind of just surviving on pot noodles and stuff and stuff like that. It's not the best, but yeah, it was like one of those just parts of your life that I feel like everybody has to go through at one point. I feel like a lot of uni students probably feel this as well, kind of living that lifestyle where you just have to survive from paycheck to paycheck. And so it's not a bad thing. And I feel like if you're starting at that point in your life, the only way you can go from there is up. When you've hit complete rock bottom, in the sense of like there's just no farther you can really go down, the only way that you can go from there is just up. So if you're putting in work every day, there's no way you can keep going down. There's not a single chance you can keep going down, because if you're putting in work, the work is going to start to show. So what I would start to say is get that job, whatever it is, just something that's going to cover your bills. And then from there, I would work 2-3 months, 4 months, whatever it takes you, yeah, to the point where you've got some money put aside, you've got enough for your bills, and that money you've put aside is maybe, I'd say, anything from 1 grand to 2 grand. And it's very doable nowadays. Like, if you're working a normal 9 to 5, what you're maybe earning after tax, like 1.6k, 1.8k, which should be good. If you're not doing college or anything like that, you should be able to work full time. So you'll easily, if you're working full time, you'll easily hit that 2k mark, which is not bad. Like, if you're if you're at home, if you're living with your parents, stay at home for now. There's no reason for you to move out. You might think, oh, but I need to lock in. Like, okay, if you're already making money, or you're getting to a point where like, look, I'm doing something. I honestly need my own space. I need my own time. I need my own everything just to focus completely on what I'm doing. Then fair enough. But if you're at home and you don't have any reason to move out, stay at home. You're not paying for rent. You're not paying for food. You're having the most advantage you can have right now. So I'll definitely use that to your advantage if you're still young. But yeah, I'll definitely try to save at the beginning around 1 to 2K, and let me tell you where you can go with that. So the first thing I would do to get into trading, do not buy any sort of accounts. So don't go into prop firm accounts. Don't try to put money into a live account and flip it and all this stuff. Like, there's no reason for you to do it if you do not know anything yet. So what I would recommend doing is spend your money that you've put aside. And this is, I'm not talking about, this is not like savings, this is investment money. So you've put aside money that you're going to invest in yourself. So you're going to invest in your education and whatever like that. So I definitely go on YouTube. First, I start on YouTube. There's multiple YouTubers out there that do some sort of free course where it's just teaching you the basics of trading. You start learning what a candle is, why it's moving. You start learning what market trend is, stuff like that. And I feel like that's the easiest way to just kind of get started on trading. When you start understanding the basics and getting the fundamentals down, after that, it's just, you're purely just trying to find your strategy and who you're going to trade with. And you can also skip this first part if what I'm going to tell you, like if you just go through the second option, which is, I'm going to say, try to go online, watch people, kind of do some research about them. Don't be scared to just fully go in depth and just do hella research. Like, go down and just figure out, like, is this trader legit? How many payouts has he had? How consistent is he? Have people vouched for him? Like, is he got some sort of like testimonials from other people? Has his students seen any progress? So I'll definitely go try to find some sort of mentor. Go online, find one. There's so many mentors out there, so try to find one that has seen some sort of results, and try to go and find some sort of mentorship. Do not find a course. Courses are completely pointless if you're starting out and you have no experience. Unless there's only a few people I've seen do certain courses where it's like they're providing you so much info that you don't need to ask questions. They're already answering your questions before you before you like ask them. And I feel like the best thing that I would say to do is to go down a mentorship route. So go find somebody that has a mentorship. Go down that route of trying to find a correct mentor that's going to help you, and then go contact them. And a lot of the time with your 1 or 2 grand, let's call it 2 grand, and if you have a 2 grand put aside, a lot of the time you're going to find a mentor for around that price, where they're providing everything from you from start to finish. When you're getting your first payout, they're providing everything for you, in the sense of they're going to be there. This is what they should be doing for a 2 grand price range. Is they should be from start telling you everything, building that base, building that foundation, and then going into the more detailed things like strategy and things like that, to kind of just build everything up all the way to the point where you're completely free. You don't even need the mentor anymore, and you're able to trade on your own. You're comfortable to trade on your own, and you're constantly making money. And it's not like I'm giving money to the market, I'm taking it back. I'm giving money to the market, I'm taking it back. It's not a fight. It should be nice and comfortable, and you're actually going to be making money from it. So I definitely say go find a mentor. And this is what helped me the best. When I found a mentor and I actually paid for a mentor, it just changed my complete view. I've been through so many courses, I've been through so many mentors, I've been through so many certain things, and when I actually sat down and did the right research and found the right person who was going to teach me the correct things, that's when I actually seen profitability and seen progression. Is because when you have somebody beside you who actually cares and actually looks over your shoulder and kind of marks your work and is just with you through the whole way to the point where you get to that profitability stage, it is like something different. Like, the progress you're going to see in such a short amount of time is crazy. And I feel like that's the whole reason why I wanted to start MV Academy, because as a trader, like, I had so many questions, in a sense of, why is this like that? Why is this like this? Where do I start? And this is the whole reason why I wanted to start some sort of mentorship, so I can help people with things that I kind of never got answered. Even when I did have a mentor, there were certain things that I never got an answer for. So I wanted to start some sort of course where I'm making all the videos, I'm making all the resources and everything like that, but it's a mentorship because I'm teaching you it, and I'm going to be looking over your shoulder and teaching you the little things that where I went wrong, and even my mentor didn't help me at the time. So I'm teaching you all these little things where maybe most people don't even pick up. So this is the main reason why I wanted to even start like a whole mentorship, and this is what we've been doing with MV Academy. And I feel like the amount of progress I've seen from all my students is absolutely crazy. And I feel like, in my opinion, is because I'm trying to pick up on these little things that most people try not to pick up on. So I'm picking up on the little areas that people should maybe be focusing more on than your strategy or maybe your psychology. Like, I'm trying to pick up on these little things that traders are messing up on. And I feel like it's a little bit like a teacher. You know, a teacher brings you homework. You have some teachers who just mark it, give it to you, yeah, whatever. And then you have those teachers who come and tell you like, oh, look, this is where you went wrong. But just if you change this little thing, tweak this little thing, you can be right next time. And I feel like having somebody who's over your shoulder and doing that 24/7 for you is going to give you crazy progress. Like, even just one of the traders we've had now, I think he's been in there for like about 3 months now. One of the students, he had a funded account from a previous, I think it was a previous group or whatever like that. He was just following along some trades. He passed an account, and he had a funded account, but he was like I think he was 4% down on the account. So he was four grand down. So he was 4K down. And after coming to us, he kind of said to me, look, I have a funded account. I have traded with these people before. It was all right for a while, but then it started noticing differences. And then after teaching him everything and going through everything, I kind of gave him a plan of what we're going to do. I was like, we're going to trade like this. Because the way I trade, one of the trades, if you hit a 1 to 10, the way I trade, which I trade to a 1 to 3 and then a 1 to 10 for my second TP. If he hit just one of our trades, he would get back into profit actually, and be around, I think, 2K in profit. So what happened was that he came on a call one day. I normally do my live analysis. He was doing his analysis as well. Most of the students jumped on this trade. I jumped into the trade as well, and I think he got out of drawdown. So he came out of drawdown and then made an extra 2K on top. So he managed to pay that out, and in a sense, he got his payout. He's already now made, so whatever he paid for our mentorship, he's already made that back. So whatever he paid for our mentorship, he's made that money back already. So he's break even if you think about it like this. So whatever mentor you're going with, even if you're going with us, if you're going with a different mentor, when you get to that payout stage, it is worth it in the end, because you might be thinking, oh, I spent 2 grand. But in the first payout, you made it back. Like, in his first ever payout with us, he made back the money that he actually paid us. So he was already break even in that sense. Actually in profit in that sense. So he already had that money back, and then now he's been able to go and buy more funded accounts and kind of is trying to scale his capital. So it's been crazy. Like, and sometimes I don't realize that. Sometimes I sit there and I talk to the other mentor, and I just say to him, I was like, it's crazy how I don't feel it, but we're kind of changing people's lives in that sense. Like, being able to go to somebody who might not come from the best background and is just trying to make it in trading, and just me giving them my advice and giving them what I know in my head, I'm not physically giving them anything, it's changing their life in that sense. So like, it's actually crazy being able to do that. So I definitely say that's the number 2 step that I would say you have to do, is go find a mentor, that right mentor for you. And it's completely understandable. Some people, you might not like learning from them because the way they speak or whatever, or their character. So I'll definitely say, go find a mentor. You need to find that correct mentor. And then from there, all it is having a strategy on how to scale your capital and make it to that 10K point. So let's say you've gotten to the stage where you have your mentor, you're making money from it, you're actually getting somewhere. So you're making a few payouts, you're seeing consistency now, and now you've had a prop firm account. So the way I would go down, I'd never go down the live route if you're starting. If prop firms at the point they are now, you can get prop firms for so cheap that are quite reliable, that are actually paying traders out. There's no crazy rules. Some of the firms that I'm not even affiliated with them. I'll probably put the links in the bio. little affiliation link. Maybe I might start doing it. No, but the firms I'd recommend is Titan Capital. My boy Zane, honestly, I don't know what he's done with Titan Capital, but it's just been perfect since he started. I've not heard anything bad about them. The customer service from them is 10 out of 10. It's the best customer service I've ever seen. Literally, like, you open a support ticket, they're answering to you straight away, and it's not like bot typing to you, it's an actual person typing to you, and it's dealt with straight away. So all I'd say is right now, the number one spot for me is Titan Capital. And number two spot, I'd definitely say something like Quanteco. Quanteco is really good. There's been ifs and buts and maybes about it. Like, it's been little things, but like, if you're understanding it from a business point of view, it's normal things that happen in a business. So Quanteco, I'd say, is really good as well. And then of course you have the more expensive firms like FTMO, Thunder Pro, stuff like that, and they're still really good. It's just a little bit more expensive to start out with. So I definitely recommend starting out with the cheaper firms. So what I do, you get your first prop firm, you pass it with your mentor, you have that maybe 100k account, you get a nice payout, you've made your payout back. So a lot of the time, especially when people are trading with us, with MV Academy, most of the payouts that we're making are around, either they're going to be around like 1.5%, or they're going to be 6.5%. And the reason is because I have TP1 at 1.3, 1 to 3 RR, and then we have a 1 to 10 RR for TP2. So it's either going to make 1.5% or they're going to make 6.5%. So I've had a lot of traders actually come to me, 100k account, they've already made 6.5% on it from one single trade, and then they're just chilling for the rest of the month. I kind of tell them just stay out of the market, there's no reason. And they're up 6k now, which with a normal job, trying to put 6k aside is absolutely crazy. And so this is like the crazy thing about trading, that you can make so much money in such a short time, but you just need the right guidance from people. So I definitely recommend going down that route. You get your first big payout, even if it's something small, even if it's 2k. I just I put it back into prop firms. I'd reuse that money, put it back into prop firms, and kind of try to scale your capital from there. And I made a whole video on how I trade prop firms, in a sense of I have multiple accounts and I cycle through them. So I have account 1, account 2, account 3. I'll make one trade on it. If I win, I'll move on to the next one. If I lose, I'll still move on to the next one. So I'm up on that one account. Next day, I trade the other account. If I win or lose, I'll move on to the next one. And then next one, I trade the other account, and then win or lose, move again, and then recycle just through them. And the reason why I do this is that you might be having a losing week. You might have 2 losing trades in a row, but then on that third account, you're up on that account because you managed to catch it on an account that is not in drawdown. So that is what I try to do, and sometimes I try to use higher percentages so I can pass like phases in one single trade. And with me, it's a little bit easier because of the way I trade. It's actually really, really easy. I can do, I think it's like a 1.6 or something percent I need to risk, and with one trade I can pass it straight away if I hit a 1 to 10. So I can pass phase 1 like nothing, and phase 2 is just a normal 1% trade, and I'll pass it like nothing as well. So that's what I would say is the benefit of me trading the way I trade. So I definitely say that's one thing. And then the second thing is to not go spend all your money. Try not to, like, it's good to kind of enjoy it and have that little thing. Buy maybe something small that you wanted for a while, but don't go waste that money when you make it from trading. We've all been there. All traders have been there at one point. They've had that nice first payout. Oh, yeah. Boom, splash it. And then you're like, oh, fuck, like, what do I do now? You know, like, I don't have any money to put back into accounts. I should have put that back into accounts. And I feel like if you've done it correctly, you should have went down that route of you're actually trying to make the money for trading. So you're putting it back into trading. So I definitely say go back into that route. Make your money for trading. Put it back into trading until you get to a comfortable point. And a comfortable point, I would say, to the point where, like, you're considering leaving your job. At this whole time, you've still got your job, but you're considering leaving your job, is when you're around 400 to 500k in funding. And what I mean by this is because you have enough funding that you can lose 2 funded accounts and you've still got enough funding to make money. So I'd say you've got 400 to 500k in funding, and then you at least have about maybe like rainy day money put away for like 4 or 5 months, like half a year. I'd say, let's say half a year to a year. I would call it like that. So you've got money put away in a sense of if everything went completely wrong, you can pay your bills, you can pay everything for a year. I'm really like big on having money put aside. So you have money put aside for the next few months, not just the next month, the next few months. So if anything goes wrong, you know that money's there. I'm paying my bills. I'm still under a roof. I've still got Wi-Fi. I've still got electricity, you know, and you're still eating. So I definitely say put money away. Keep putting away so you've got that buffer money. So if anything ever goes wrong, you've got that buffer money, because things can go wrong in trading. It's not always all happy and sunshine and payouts and I'm making thousands and thousands and thousands. It can be very bad sometimes. So I definitely recommend putting as much money as you can away. And then from there, I would definitely just keep trying to scale your capital. And then when you get to that around 1 million capital stage, I feel like that's where you need to start reinvesting your money into a live account. So slowly start putting money into your live account. And by this point, you're already past the 10K month. So I've already gave you the whole blueprint on how to get past that 10K month. But I'm just giving you a little bit extra, you know, just a little bit extra for you guys, just a little bit extra sauce, you know. But from that point, I'll definitely start retaking that money and just putting it back into a live account and kind of growing your live account a little bit. By time, just constantly just funding money into it to the point where you get maybe to that 100K point. You've maybe got 100 grand in a live account, and then from there, there's no rules, there's no nothing, no rules. You've got no drawdown limits. You've got nothing. It's just pure you and the market. So you've got nothing to. You can't be making excuses. Oh, the market did this slipped me out, because a lot of these live accounts, they don't have any slippage. They don't have any sort of. They don't have any spreads. They don't have anything like that. So all I'm gonna say is that that's the point where you know, okay, now it's just me and the markets, and I need to make money now, and that's when you start seeing the most results. But I'd still always milk prop firms, even when you have a live account. I'd still milk prop firms until they don't exist. I think prop firms will exist forever, but I'm just saying in a sense of with the rules they have now, how cheap they are. I'd always milk prop firms. You're spending £200-300 to get a 100K account, like. Come on, and you're able to get big payouts on it. You can get 5-6 grand payouts. I've had a good month where it's been a 10K payout in one single month. So it's like, that's the way I would try to go down, and try to always follow that route. Because when you go down that route, that prop firm route, there's no going back. Like, you're just going to keep making money from it. So I would just keep rinsing the prop firms as long as I can. But it's always good to have your live capital and get used to trading your own capital, because it's just good to have that. You've got no rules. You've got nothing to worry about. You can trade 20 times a day if you wanted to, which I'm saying is not a good thing to do. But I'm saying, like, there's nothing holding you back. And you should only go to that point where you know you're fully ready. You know your strategy. You know your rules. You're not double thinking about it. And so, yeah, that's what I'd recommend to get to that 10K point. So at this point, you're already way further than 10K. But this is the whole thing I'd recommend to you. Start with that job. Get that job. It's fine. Anything easy. Try to find an easy job that's a little bit easier on your mind. Maybe not as hard labor. Try to find some security night shift job, light work. Maybe try to find some. You do. I know, like, supermarkets and stuff like that. They do, like, they have to stock shelves at nighttime. That's easy. You put some AirPods in, relax. You know what I mean? Try to find something that you can just grind through easily, and you don't have to ever think about. I mean, maybe the ones that are a little bit more labor might pay you more, which is not a bad thing as well. But just try to find that first job. That's all that matters. And then after that first job, all it is stacking your money. Don't be spending on stupid stuff. Stop going out. There's no reason for you to be going out every weekend if you've not got money. Are you trying to become average like everybody else? Or are you trying to actually do something? And I actually posted this on Instagram. I was so proud of myself for this caption. I think it was like, I would rather, what was it? Wait, let me actually see it right now. I was so happy that I came up with this. So what it was I'd rather be temporarily misunderstood than permanently average. Which this is something I'm gonna live by. This is my quote from now. I don't care. This is my quote from now. But so this is something I'd say to you. A little advice. If you feel a little bit misunderstood by your parents, by your friends, by everyone around you, in the sense of what is he doing? Why is he not coming out? Why is he not chilling? He's acting like this. He's trying to save money. He's doing his little thing, which everybody's going to say to you at the beginning. Every single person, it doesn't matter if it's your parents, your friends, everyone will have something to say when they don't see any results yet. The camera cut out a little bit. So I just wanted to finish off at the end because I didn't get the whole last end that I was saying, and I was kind of ranting. I was going into it. So the whole thing that I was kind of trying to get through at the end is that there's gonna be so many people dragging you down when you're going through these little things. Like I said earlier, are you trying to be average for just a little, like for life, or just a little while, and just misunderstood for a little while, and then you become that person you want to be? So what I try to say is that you're always going to have those people around you telling you you can't do this, you can't do that, this idea is crazy. Your family, friends, people just around you 24/7 telling you, your teachers, whatever. There's always going to be people. But all I'm saying is that if you're going to put that work in, it is doable. You're going to see how quickly they change. It's going to start changing like this, just flipping straight away when they start seeing some sort of results. Oh, can you help me out? Can you teach me? Well done. Oh, I've always supported you. They're always going to be there. So all I'm saying is that if you're at that stage where you've not made anything yet, and you're having those people around you always, oh, blah 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 blah, you maybe should focus on this or on that, maybe you should get a real job, da, 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 da. All I'm telling you is that I've spoken to so many successful people in life, and all of them have said the same thing. If they listened to the people around them, they would not be where they are today. And people are the only thing that's going to be holding you back, because yourself, if you're starting and you know that you can make it and anything's doable, please never turn around and say, oh, this is a dream of mine, I might do this, hopefully I get there, because I know you can do it. It's not a dream, I know you can do it. And if you like, you should be saying, this is my goal, not my dream. This is my goal in 5 years. This is my goal in 1 year. This is my goal in a month. I'm going to get to this point. So, because anything's doable. I've seen so many people do so many things. And if I can do it, in the sense of, I'm 20 years old and I'm getting to a point where I'm able to pay for my own house. I'm able to pay for everything around me, and I'm not having to ask people. I'm not owing people money. I'm not owing people anything. I'm able to do these things on my own. Is like, if I can do it, and I'm just a little dot on this planet, that's the way I see it. The way I see it, I'm not different from you. I came probably from similar backgrounds, and some of you guys probably have even like worse backgrounds than me, or even better backgrounds than me. And the only difference between me and you is that I started and I put in work. That's all it is. I started and I put in work, and that's what you guys need to do. You need to start and put that work in, man. You need to just be average for a little while. You need to be misunderstood for a little while until you start seeing those results. And then those results are going to be 30 million times more than from a normal thing that you want to do, a normal job that you want to do, because you put that work in. And all I'm trying to say is that don't let that person who maybe didn't achieve the dream at one point, maybe, I don't know, they maybe just were too scared to take that risk, hold you back if you know your own potential. I know a lot of people that have been held back by their parents, by their friends, by their girlfriend or whatever, being told, oh, you can't do this, I don't think you should do this. Are they in your shoes? Are they able to see the hunger you have inside your head for something that you want to do? I'm telling you right now, there's not been a single person in life who's tried their absolute best and not achieved something. And all I'm going to say is that you're seeing all these people around you. You're seeing all these successful people. You might not feel that connected because they're so far away from you in success-wise, but they're normal people. I've met so many celebrities. I've met so many entrepreneurs, billionaires. I'm not talking about millionaires. I've met billionaires, and they talk to me more normal than somebody who works at a coffee shop or whatever. They talk like normal people. They are normal people. They were normal people when they were born. They're still normal people. And this whole idea of that, or you have to be special to make it in life, be successful in finances or whatever you want to be successful in this life, yeah. This whole idea that you have to be special, come from a special background, is complete and utter BS. I'm telling you, I've met billionaires from Saudi, and I'm speaking to them like a normal thing, and they're asking me normal things like, oh, how's your day been? Oh, how's your family? Like you don't care about my family. But like, they're normal people, and the advice they're giving me is like, you just keep working. Like, don't listen to people around you. If you know you're gonna make it, you're gonna make it. I've met celebrities. You might think people who people pray to, man. People idolize these people. Complete normal people. Like, these people are the same people as you. They sleep, eat, they do everything similar to you. They just have more money. That's it. They might have a bit more fame. That's it. But they come from same backgrounds as you guys. So don't sit here and look at these people and say, oh, just because they're so far out of reality now, that you can't get to that point. This is why I try to make these videos, so you have somebody that you can relate to a little bit better, that I'm not that far away from you guys. You guys can easily catch up to me and go past and beyond me. You just need to put that work in. You need to put that first step in. And that's all I'm going to say to you guys is you need to just believe in yourself and stop listening to the people around you. Because if you always listen to the people around you, you're not living your own life, are you? You're living their life and what they want you to be. So if you want to be something in this life, go do it. Because at the end of the day, the thing that I try to live by is that you're going to die in this world. The only thing that's promised to you is death in this world. And when you die, you're going to be alone in that grave. So why does it matter what anybody thinks about you or your ideas or your business or whatever? So why does it matter what they think about you? So this is the thing that I'd recommend that you live by. Try to live by this. Don't care what anybody thinks. Because at the end of the day, no matter how rich you get, how successful you get, those people, they're always going to be there. They're always going to be there. These people who always have an opinion, they're always going to be around. So don't be scared to lose people who are worthless in this life, who only want bad for you, who don't want to see you succeed, people who are maybe jealous. Or you have some people who just want good for you, like your parents. Keep close to your parents, because your parents always want good for you. They're just scared. Maybe they haven't taken a risk in their life. Maybe they haven't seen the potential. And it's understandable. They come from a complete different generation. So don't expect your parents to always back you in absolutely everything, but always keep them close, because they are your parents. They were the people who looked after you when you were a baby. They were the people who made you into the person you are today. So make sure you keep your parents close. And when it comes to friends, if you have any friends around you that you can see good in them, all they want to do is help you. All they want to do is just be around you for you. Keep these people close. Do not get rid of these people, because if they want to build, they'll build with you. These are the people who are going to help you get somewhere in life. So always keep these people close. And then to the men out there, if you're young, the way I'd say it, of course, I'm Muslim, so my point of view is a little bit more different. But the way I would say it is, don't try to focus too much on girls. If you're young and your parents are still working all day long, they're working hard jobs. Your sister, your brothers, everyone around you is working hard jobs. Maybe it's a little bit better to go down the route of, you should maybe help the people who need it first right now, before you start thinking about yourself in a sense of, oh, I need a wife now, I need whatever. Maybe there's some people who just want a girlfriend, whatever. But in my sense, we believe that it's written for you. It will come to you eventually. So do not rush it. Kind of focus on what you need to focus on, and life will just line up for you. Put your prayers before everything. When you start putting your prayers and you start putting your religion before everything will line up. As long as you put in hard work, and everything will start lining up. I'm telling you right now. So just make sure you go down the right route, and you hopefully get to that 10K a month stage. Hopefully you surpass it. You fly by it. You start going 100K, 500K, million. Hopefully you surpass it completely. But all I'm saying to you is, try to stick by what you believe in and by what your goals are, and don't let people belittle your goals. Don't let people with such small minds belittle your goals. That's the number one thing you want to do. So all I want you to do, to my Muslim brothers and sisters, I don't know if there's any sisters that watch it, in any situation you're in, just always say Alhamdulillah, whatever it is, because it's always a lesson. Even if it's bad, it's always just going to be a lesson. You're going to learn from it, and you're going to become a better person from it. So no matter if it's good or bad, always say all praise be to Allah. So that's all I'm saying to you guys, and hopefully you guys will see a new video soon. I'm going to be making a lot more content. I just wanted to make this as a little comeback to, we're having a little convo together, and you guys are getting a little bit of advice from me. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and you guys will see much more from me regarding trading, regarding my strategy. So don't worry, there's a lot of stuff coming that you guys can learn from. And if you are interested in the whole Envy Academy thing, which is my academy, which we teach people as a mentorship, where I take people through everything that I've learned, all the way to where you become profitable. And I've already seen so much success from my students, and hopefully if you are interested, you can jump in a call with me. There should be a link below. You can ask me anything. It will be me on the call, so you can talk to me directly, and hopefully we can go from there, and you'll be part of the Envy Academy crew. So hopefully I'll see you guys soon, and see you next video.